So use of masks. In here it said they must be used in hallways and other large group gatherings. Do they have to be used in class?
There will be times in the classroom where the teacher may request that everybody put on a mask because they're doing a group project or something like that. But I would imagine that most of the time, so long as the teacher is comfortable with that, that the teacher may allow them while they're seated at their desk with social distancing, that they may allow them to remove the mask. We've got more than 40 languages spoken in this district. We have 20% of the student population who's learning a language right now, learning the English language right now. And we love that about our students. But obviously, if someone is trying to speak with a mask over their face, or if the teacher's trying to deliver instruction with a mask over their face, that creates some limitations. So we have to be a little bit flexible in the way in which we'll allow our teachers, we trust our teaching staff as leaders and as professionals to make the right decisions when they're in their classroom. So that will be their domain to make some of those decisions about when the kids will need to mask up and when they will allow them to be a little more free with that. But it is very important to us that students understand they are expected to have a mask, they are expected to have that mask on them at all times, and they're expected to put that on when they're going to be in a situation where they're in close contact with one another.
There are some students, and there's going to always be some students who can't wear a mask because of certain disabilities or because of their age.
Sure.
What is the plan for those students?
Sure, we have ordered and expect, when a student can't wear a mask, there are other alternatives, whether that be a shield, and when I say shield, it could be a shield around their workspace, it could be a shield around their face. We've got numerous products available so that when students need to have that personal protection available and on, we're going to expect them to have that available and on.
There's always going to be some parents who say, I don't want my kid wearing a mask. What's the policy there?
We'll work through that with each of them individually.
That makes sense. How will you make sure that masks are sanitized? Is that going to be down to the parents because they are less effective if they're not washed regularly?
Right. We do expect them to wash those. Obviously, we can't do a washing of our masks every day. Take everyone's mask, wash it, hand it back out to them when you have 15,000 students and 2,500 staff members. So there is a certain amount of personal responsibility here that is really important. Not for me to exercise just for myself, but for me to exercise for those around me. And we're going to expect that of our teams. Now, when it comes to cleaning products, we do have some situations where we'll use actual rags for cleaning products and those sorts of things, and sending those off-site to be cleaned and sanitized to be brought back again. But the masks themselves, we're expecting people to have them, to clean them, and to use them.
If a student forgets a mask, as they always do, what's the plan?
We have masks available for those disposable masks that will be available for students if they should forget one.
So you have mentioned face shields, and it's also mentioned in the document. What kind of situations are you looking to hopefully use face shields and as an alternative to masks?
Yeah, well, we know that at least from the scientific data that's available to us at this moment, that a face mask is more successful than a shield would be. And so we want our students wearing masks, but we do understand there are certain situations where a mask won't work. There may be a reason due to the dermatology of a student or their disability that they may not be able to wear a mask, which is why we have a number of shields that will be available as well. And we will work through each one of those on a case-by-case basis.
Lunch. How are masks and lunch going to be working?
Yeah, right now we don't envision the large lunchroom full of a bunch of kids who have gone through a line to pick up their food. We've got to create a distance situation. We certainly allow students to eat in their rooms when that becomes necessary for that kind of distancing. So I think what you'll see us do, dependent upon the building, the age level of the student, and the time of the day, and the things that are going on, you'll see us employ a number of different practices to make sure that the students are as separate as they need to be, but still have the benefit of the nutrition program in the district.